Hey everyone and welcome back. After my video, Google just banned sideloading on Google and Android TV, the comments blew up. A lot of you are fired up, a lot of you are confused, and a lot of you had the same questions. So today I'm going to answer the most common ones, clear up what this actually means, and talk about realistic options going forward. Kicking things off with the one I saw over and over. It's not about safety, it's control and money. And I totally hear you on this one. The official line is always security, but in reality, companies also want to keep you inside their store, where they can enforce policy and take a cut. But both things can be true. There are real malware risks, and there's a business incentive to lock things down. My goal here is to help you understand the impact, emotion aside, so you can decide your next move. Now, the big question is sideloading completely gone? The short answer is not yet, and not everywhere. What Google is doing is tightening the rules around which apps can be installed. Apps will need to be verified through Play Protect, and that means developers have to hand over more information to Google. If an app isn't verified, your device will block it. But this doesn't instantly wipe out every APK file overnight. On some devices, sideloading may still work for a while, especially if you block updates. And of course, the developer and modding community is already working on workarounds. So think of this more as a rolling shutdown, not a sudden switch being flipped. A lot of you asked about Downloader and other file managers. Well, the problem is if an app itself isn't verified under Google's new rules, it won't install, even if you download it through Downloader. That means Downloader as we know it could eventually stop being useful. Now this one is a huge one. What about apps you already have installed? If you've already sideloaded apps onto your device, they should continue to run as normal for now. The problem comes when you try to update them once the new rules are in place. If an app isn't verified through Google, the update will be blocked, and over time that can mean apps get outdated, lose features, or even stop working altogether. So your current apps won't vanish overnight, but updates are where the trouble begins. Some of you asked if a VPN could get around the ban. Well, unfortunately, no. A VPN hides your traffic and location, but it doesn't bypass app verification. So this isn't something a VPN can solve. Another big question I've seen is, will Amazon do the same thing and block sideloading? Now, at the moment, Fire TV still allows sideloading, but remember, Fire OS is built on Android. And earlier this year, I reported that Amazon is planning to move over to its own system called Vega OS. When that happens, sideloading on Fire Sticks and Fire Cubes will almost certainly be gone too. When this switch goes ahead, it means Fire TV won't be a long-term workaround either. A bunch of you asked this. Kodi is verified, right? Or will IPTV players survive? The answer is yes, but with some limits. Kodi and VLC are both available in the Play Store, so those will keep working as normal. And if you're using Kodi builds or add-ons from repositories inside of Kodi, those will still install because they don't rely on sideloading. The same goes for IPTV players like TiviMate, which is officially in the Play Store and will continue to be supported. The problem is with many other IPTV players and emulators that are only available through sideloading, and under Google's new rules, that's where things will be blocked. Some people are already asking if they can just block or turn off updates to avoid these new restrictions. And the truth is, yes, you can often delay updates for a while by turning off auto updates in settings. That is, of course, if your system allows it. But long term, it's not a perfect solution. Eventually, apps, services, and even streaming platforms may stop working properly on older versions of Android TV and Google TV. So while blocking updates might buy you some time, it's really more of a temporary workaround rather than a permanent fix. Many viewers asked about alternatives like uncertified Android boxes, Linux streamers, Harmony OS, or even mini PCs. And yes, those options do give you freedom to install whatever you want. But here's the reality. You're trading freedom for compatibility. Uncertified Android boxes, sometimes called Chinese boxes, as well as Linux streamers, Raspberry Pi setups, or even Harmony OS devices don't go through Google's system. That means sideloading still works. But the trade-offs are important to understand. Patch cadence, long-term support, app compatibility, and DRM levels are often lower. And DRM matters a lot. If Netflix 4K, Disney Plus 4K, Dolby Vision or Atmos audio are important to you, uncertified devices may not deliver them because they lack the right Widevine certification. Mini PCs running Windows are another option, and I've reviewed several here on the channel. They give you full control to install anything, but again, unless the streaming service offers a proper Windows app, you may run into limits like browser-only playback in lower quality. So yes, there are alternatives, but every one of them involves trade-offs. So a quick question for you now. If you had to choose one, the freedom to install anything with fewer guarantees, or a locked down store with stronger guarantees and polished DRM, what would you pick? Comment freedom or locked and tell me why. And finally, another big question and an important one, when will this actually happen? Google has published a timeline. Starting in September 2026, the new requirements will first roll out in a handful of countries, including Brazil, Indonesia, Singapore, and Thailand. At that point, certified Android TV and Google TV devices in those regions will block the installation of apps from unverified developers. Then in 2027 and beyond, the rules will expand globally. That's when countries like the US and UK will be affected, and sideloading as we know it will be phased out completely. So while it's not immediate for everyone, this change is officially on the way. To wrap up, this isn't a total kill switch, but it is a real clampdown on the easy ways to sideload. Existing apps may keep working for a while, but simple installers are getting blocked, and the future looks a lot more curated on the big screen Android TVs. And that covers the main questions. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit like, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss my updates as this story develops. Drop a comment below with just one word, freedom if you're against the clampdown, or locked if you think Google's move is justified. I'll be reading through them all. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey everyone, and welcome back. After my video, then in 2027 and beyond, the rules will expand globally. Then in 2027 and beyond, the rules will expand.